Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I will be showing you my whole bracelet collection of all the bracelets that I really like, because some of them are just kind of icky and gross and not good. So I'll only be showing you my favorite ones that I've made. Now, a lot of these are my own, but there are also a lot of other people's designs, which I'll tell you who made what and what it's called, and I'll probably put links in the description as well. So, I have this humongous jar of bracelets next to me, and I'm going to be randomly reaching my hand in and grabbing a bracelet and then showing it to you. So, let's get started. Now I had to put one in front of my camera or else my camera will do this weird thing where it won't zoom. But anyways, first up is one of my butterfly confetti bracelets, which I just posted on my channel. So there's that one. And then next up is Justin's Toys Inverted Hexafish, which I made on my monster tail, but it's also makeable on the rainbow loom. And I made it in a bunch of different types of pink, because I find myself using a lot of pink even though I'm not a girly girl. And then here's the Gumdrop bracelet by Yarn Journey. I really like it because it's all bumpy and stuff, and it's made really differently too. Yarn Journey and Justin's Toys both have a tutorial on this. I'll probably link both so you can watch whatever one you want. Next is a Starburst bracelet, but this one is different because it has this black border on it. Now I haven't made a video for how to do this, but as far as I know it's my own concept. So it's interesting, and I just did it a bunch of different types of purple. I used sparkly, jelly, metallic, DIY brand purple, and regular solid purple. So there's that. And up next is my randomly colored barcode bracelet. This one's not reversible because I just decided to use random colors on both sides. But anyways, there's that. And up next is a Hexafish by Justin's Toys. And I did it in a certain pattern, so that looks like a totem pole or something along the lines of that, a bunch of boxes. I think it's a really cool pattern and a cool idea. I saw someone with a bracelet like this on Etsy, so I just decided to do one like it. So yeah. And up next is Tutorials by A's Vortex bracelet, which I really like because it's interesting how these single chains sort of pop out to the top. So I did that in like sort of fall colors, sparkly yellow color here, and then metallic orange, and then brown. And the sparkly yellow and orange aren't rainbow loom brands. The orange I think is just called loom bands, and then the yellow is like logo bands or something along the lines of that. And they're really rather expensive, the logo bands. So I wouldn't want you to really get them because it's like $6 for like 200 bands, a few S-clips, and then 2 charms. So I don't think it's really worth it. I just wanted to try them, see what they were like. Up next we have a Kaleidoscope bracelet by Feelin' Spiffy. Now this is the one loom version, which really just looks like almost like the regular version except with a few minor differences. But yeah, I used yellow orange tie-dye bands for the center, these peach colored DIY metallic bands, these pink colored DIY glow in the dark pink bands, and then regular rainbow loom white, and an S-clip. So there's that. Now I really love this design so much. We got a hair in the video. Wonderful. That's what my hair looks like. It's beautiful. But anyways, so that's that bracelet, and I really like her designs because they're so intricate and cool and everything. So big thumbs up out there, Feelin' Spiffy, if you're watching this. But yeah, a lot of her designs are 2 loom, but she does 1 loom versions as well. But anyways, on to the next one. this one. I don't really know what it's called actually. I don't know who made it. I mean, I was looking at this one bracelet, the Mystique bracelet, I think, by Tutorials by A. And I was like, what would it be like if it was more flat and not like tubular-ish? So I made it like in a flattened version. I'm sure this has definitely already been invented. I'm pretty certain I saw it somewhere else. But yeah, I'll probably link either the Mystique bracelet in the description or this bracelet if I can find a tutorial for it. So there's that. Up next is one of my Clarissa bracelets. I really like this design because of how lacy it is and how cool. And I like my friend Clarissa, who gave me a name to name this after. She's also a big rainbow loomer. She doesn't have any channels or anything, but she's a good friend, and she rainbow looms, and she's fun and awesome and cool. So thumbs up if you're watching this, Clarissa. Up next is one of my butterfly bracelets again, butterfly confetti bracelets. This one's all around. I just had to do it in rainbow colors all around. So I think it looks super cutesy and fun. Might wear this to camp or something. Up next is my monstrosity bracelet. Prefer to wear this one on this side, like how woven it looks. And I did it in like reggae colors. So it's red, yellow, and green. And I like this bracelet a lot, really. Like the colors and everything too, and how this side turned out especially. I didn't know it could look like this until I did it with these colors. So yeah, there's that. Hope my voice doesn't give out on me in this tutorial. I'm talking so much. Now, I have my Tango bracelet, the original thumbnail picture for it. And I like this bracelet. It was inspired by like Jalen Spiffy and her kaleidoscope stuff, I guess, but with a square loom setting. So there's that. And then up next, by Justin's Toys, I have this name bracelet that just says Claire on it. I screwed up the A, but it still looks like an A. So there's that. I got some knockoff brand rainbow loom bands, and they really weren't that good, honestly, so I used this bracelet to use up some of the red ones in this. You can't really see, but I also used some rainbow loom red ones too. So I mixed them both together, and I always end up having like tons of red. Are there like any colors that you always end up never using or always having more of? Because red is definitely that color for me. I don't know why. I just don't think it goes that well with anything. I mean, I'm not really a red person. But anyways, and I finished it with the clips. And this is a cool bracelet because you can put your name on it. And there's like templates and stuff on the Justin's Toys website to use. So that's nice. Up next is the thingy. I don't remember what this is called. I think it's a crisscross over braid. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure, but not sure that's what it's called. But yeah, that's this bracelet. Use sparkly blue, sparkly green, sparkly logo bands green, and everything, and some jelly blue and regular white. So that's that. It's a really cool pattern, I think. Up next is the Labyrinth bracelet by Justin's Toys. And I did it in cotton candy colors and sparkly, glittery silver and white. And I like the other side. It's really cool looking. But I screwed up the colors so that it's not like lines here. The colors are different. So, whoops. But anyways, there's that. I think it's a cool design. It takes 2 looms, but it's definitely worth it. Up next is a bracelet called the Zambezia bracelet. Sorry if I pronounced that really wrong. But this bracelet is by Skyline Duo. They sometimes post their own rainbow loom creations, and they're really nice, and this is one of my favorites of theirs. It's really cute and fun, And it only takes one loom, but it goes all around your wrist. So that's nice. Up next we have the Granny Square by Feelin' Spiffy. Now I really like this one. It takes 2 looms. And I used my new teal bands that I just got today to make it, because I figured it would definitely be worth it to add it to this video. So there's that. Up next is another barcode bracelet. This is the one with blue on one side, pink on the other. So there's that. Up next, I have, this is one of my favorites. It's my brain does not work today. It's definitely on summer mode. Like, does your brain go into a mode where it's like, oh, it's summer, I'm not going to think very hard anymore? Well, that's what my brain's in right now. And it's by Tutorials by A. You probably recognize it. It's pretty famous on her channel. Gosh, for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, I think it's cool. I'll put a link in the description for whenever I can remember the name. But yeah, I used it. I used colors so that looks like yellow plaid, because for some reason I wanted to make it look like yellow plaid. And I think it's cute. I used 2 looms for this so it goes all around your wrist. And I used sparkly yellow in the middle and then alternated different types of yellow for the sides. So that's fun. Up next, I have the Dream Bracelet by Stitch and Sparkle. And I think it's really cool because it has this crisscross thing on the top. And I used silver for it, and then blue in the background so the silver really stands out. So that's cool. Up next, I have one of my lava lamp bracelets. And this one I used rainbow colors for, and I made it blend together in a cool way. So I used 2 looms for this, so it goes all around my wrist. And yeah, I like the lava lamp bracelet. It seems like you guys like it a lot too, so if you haven't checked it out already, go check it out. It's pretty easy. I would say if you were a beginner and made the starburst, you'd definitely be able to do this. So yeah. Up next is the Weavezilla bracelet by Jordan Teen 1. Now you can do this on the monster tail or the rainbow loom, but I think it's super, super cool. I mean, how woven it is and everything. And I used my skin tone brown bands, skin tone pink ones, regular pink and regular red, and some white to make this. And I just think this is an awesome, awesome bracelet, especially for the monster tail. Next up, we have one of my Chinese finger trap bracelets made with tie-dye bands, and I did this in a bunch of colors with black, so I think it looks fun. And it looks like, you know, birthday cake cupcakes or something, you know, birthday cake where it's all like speckled and stuff. But there's that. Up next is the Super Striped Fishtail by Justin's Toys. This is the first one I made. I messed up multiple times on here. So you can see there's like a space there. And then this blue is too low. But I still keep it, you know, to remember when I messed up way more often. But I still think it's fun. I wear it on the side where like there's less screw ups. Yeah, it's over here mostly. I wear it like that. Up next is the Rosebud Bracelet by Yarn Journey. She has some cool stuff on her channel. She's not the most popular, but by the way everyone's starting to notice her, I think she's going to be really, really popular soon. So I made my roses blue, white, and silver tipped. And then I made it a black chain. And you can make this go around your whole wrist, except it seemed a bit small for me, so I just added an extension. Yes, there's another hair making an appearance in my video. My hair gets everywhere. I mean, it's so long that it just tangles in everything. I mean, rainbow loom is like the worst thing for it to get tangled in. Also friendship bracelets. But anyways, I have to make sure I'm not weaving my hair in when I make friendship bracelets. But anyways, there's that. She has a bunch of cool other flowers on her channel. This takes a while to make, but it is definitely worth it, so I suggest you try it. Up next, another monstrosity bracelet, pretty simple, pink and black. Now I have a rainbow loom bracelet. So I basically just designed this to look like a rainbow loom. As you can see, there's the bases in the background here. So I think it's pretty fun. But I saw on Facebook, like after I made this, that someone else had done this, and I was like, darn. But anyways, I don't know who to give it to. They might have thought of it before me, but whatever. I'm not calling this an original design. Up next, one of my favorite bracelets that I wear a lot, my reversible dragon scale starburst with the nice smooth silver, black, and white bands that come with metallic silicone rubber bands. I also added a dragon charm here because I have this weird obsession with dragons because they're so cool. And then on the other side, I used red and metallic red bands. And part of the reason I like this bracelet so much is because I wore it like all the nights that I went to my school's carnival. And it was really fun, so it just brings back memories. Up next, another monstrosity bracelet. Made this one to look like, Starbucks for some reason, I don't know. I just was thinking of Starbucks when I made it. And up next, my first zippy chain. This is one of my earlier bracelets that I made. Although I made it after I got another pack of rubber bands. I think it was probably my third or more rubber band pack because my second one was solid colors and my third one and onward were jelly mixed packs. So it was pretty early when I made it, but it was still, So yeah. If you ever notice the zippy chain's like reversible to the X twister bracelet and then the zippy chain. So that's cool. I haven't really made a zippy chain since. I don't think it's so bad. I really should make another one. Up next is the Sailor's Pinstripe. First one I made. Now, I didn't have two looms at the time. So for this I used this person's tutorial for it, like on the loom itself, if you get what I'm saying. Like with one loom going, it's hard to explain. But anyways, I'd used that, so it didn't go around, and then I extended it. But after Justin's Toys released a video for how to do it on the side of the loom, if you get me, then I extended it using that. Now it fits around my whole wrist. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess up on this. Super stripe pinstripe was much harder for me for some reason. But anyways, up next is one of my hibiscus bracelets. My quilted hibiscus bracelets. Now this bracelet, here's another one of my favorite bracelets while I'm talking, is based off the regular Rainbow Loom hibiscus bracelet, but done so it's quilted. Need to drink some water or something. But anyways, this is based off of this, is like I just said. But anyways, so yeah, this is on my channel and this is on the Rainbow Loom website. And I really like both of these bracelets. I just think they're fun. Up next is a cute little charm bracelet that I made using a bunch of cupcake and donut charms because I have a big sweet tooth. So here is a mini cupcake charm by DIY Mommy. Then here's, I sort of invented it on my own because like Made by Mommy's seemed a bit large for me for this. So I just sort of fiddled with my own. But I'll put Made by Mommy's in the description. Then one of the larger cupcakes by DIY Mommy. Another donut. And then a small cupcake. Now this small cupcake and the larger one is clearly larger, so there is a difference. Although I think you might be able to do the small one on a monster tail if you fiddle enough. And then I just added a single chain and an S-clip. So there's that. Chinese finger trap. One of my, I don't remember what I called this one, but it's one of my designs. I'll put it in the description most likely. I don't know what did I call it? Gosh, I can't even remember my own bracelets. It's so sad, but I do remember how to make it. So I guess that's a good thing. But I used tie-dye bands for this and black ones. So there's that. Made another name bracelet by Justin's Toys, but this time in the creeper design. He has pattern, pixel sheets on his website that you can design with. And I saw this one for a creeper, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because I had lots of purple bands at the time. So I decided to make a purple creeper. I think it's a magic creeper or something like that. I don't know. I don't play Minecraft. My computer's too old. But there's that, 5 C-clips. Normal name bracelet with creeper. Up next, we have this insane Shastas on Starburst inspired bracelet. I'll put the Shastas on the Starburst tutorial in the description. But this one I made on the square loom setting, so each flower has like 2 extra petals, so it's like extra explosion-y, so that's pretty fun. So there's that. Next, one of my quilt bracelets. This is the first one that I made on 2 looms, but it looks just like the one that I made on 1 loom. I mean, as far as I can tell, it looks really darn similar. There's that. Another quilted hibiscus. Here's this bracelet that I made on 2 looms. Well, this one I made on 1 loom. I made a 1 loom version. I wanted to show a tutorial, but I didn't think it was cool enough. And now I barely even remember how to make it. I have no clue what this is called. There's no tutorial for it. So, there's that. Up next, I have a few necklaces in my collection, by the way. This dragon scale, pretty little fish necklace. So it's my pretty little fish charm, but added to a necklace. So I'll probably show a tutorial on how to make the necklace and like how to add a charm to a necklace, and then add the charm to the description. Up next, we have the piano bracelet by Justin's Toys. I think it's cool because it's really simple to make, but pretty cool because it looks like a piano. So there's that. Next, my first allure bracelet. This surprisingly only takes 1 loom, but it has to be a rainbow loom because you're switching the rows and everything. But yeah, I just think it's really elegant and stuff to be made on the loom. So there's that. Up next, sort of cheating here, sort of not, but pop tabs are easy to come by, so you can probably make this. A rainbow loom pop tab bracelet. Now these are rainbow loom bands knotted together to create 1 long strand, and then you weave it in between the pop tabs to create this bracelet. Now I think that's a really clever and cute idea, and this bracelet is by Craft Life. Well, the weaving was already done, but they came up with the idea to use the rainbow loom bands and knot them together to make the big strand, and then use that. So that's a cool idea. And up next, one of my something candy bracelets. I don't remember what it's called. Yet again, I can't remember my own bracelets. I think I have over 50 tutorials now, so that's a lot to remember anyways. So there's this bracelet. It's pretty easy. You have to have a square loom setting. I did it in pink candy colors. I always think of candy when I make bracelets. Speaking of that, Cookie Crunch bracelet. I was thinking of cookies when I made this. It looks so yummy. Wish I could eat it. Then there's this bracelet, my Graceful Lace bracelet which can be made on the square loom setting or the regular one. There's 2 different tutorials for that. So I made this on 2 looms, made it go all around my wrist. And I used black and white for the middle and pink, skin tone pink, for the rest of it. So there's that. And again, one of my early bracelets, my extra early ones, is this bracelet. Oh gosh, what's it called? I think it's the ladder bracelet, and it's by Rainbow Loom. You can see that on their channel. There's the shell chainmail bracelet, which actually it looks different because I must have used 2 bands in the center or something. This is one of my earlier ones, so I expect that. Up next, another honey bracelet. It's basically Officially Loom's Confetti bracelet with bees. I didn't really watch how to make his bracelet, and that's why. I kind of had the same idea, and then I didn't look his up, so I made a tutorial for it. So, sorry, Officially Loomed. Your stuff is great. I'm sorry I did that, and I won't do it again. Up next, the Enchanted bracelet. I made a tutorial for this. It's not Officially Loom's anchored lace bracelet, even though it looks a lot like it. It's made semi-similar, but there's that. Up next, I'm drawing a lot of Officially Loomed out of the bowl now. And another hair makes its appearance into my video. And anyways, there's this interweaved lock bracelet. It takes 2 looms. It's by Officially Loomed. It's really thick and it kind of curls, but once you get it on your wrist, it's fine. But anyways, there's that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my camera timed out. It does that for some reason. Now, here we have Justin's Toys. It's a braid something. I don't know what it's called, but it has to do with braids. And I used my brown bands that came with my skin tone for it, which are probably caramel bands. I don't know for sure. I don't get caramel bands. And then there are the sparkly green logo bands in there, and then the regular Rainbow Loom green. And I used 2 looms to make it go all around. So there's that. I really like this bracelet, and I think it should be more popular. Now, next, we have Jordantine One's Spiral Double Crossed Fishtail. I think that's what it's called. And it's basically the double crossed fishtail, but you spiral the bands in a certain way so that it turns all twisty like this, which is really cool. It's like a DNA double helix. And this is made on the side of the loom or the monster tail, so you can make it go all around with just 1 loom, or on the monster tail, and then you can clip it. And that, I think it's nice how simple and clean it is. Now next, we have my turtle bracelet. I just did it in orange, and the yellow, orange and yellow tie-dye bands too. So there's that. And then I have a bow bracelet by Rena the Cheese Thief, and I think it's really cool, but the bow seems a bit large for me, honestly, but I still like it a lot. Up next, we have the leopard spot bracelet, but I just did it in 1 solid color for each spot, so it looks like blueberries. And then I stuck a blueberry pie clay charm that I had made on the bottom. Yes, they do make clay charms. In fact, the other crafts that I do pretty often are friendship bracelets and clay charms. Clay charms not very much, but friendship bracelets I've gotten into a lot lately. Like the really complicated ones too, especially. So there's that. Up next, we have a Sace bracelet in Sailor Moon colors. Nautical colors, because my mom says that's in this year. And I used navy spotted bands here, and then red bands, and then white bands. And the spotted blue bands I used were not Rainbow Loom brand, they're like Loom Bands brand or something. And I finished it with 5 C-clips. And you can use one loom, but it has to be a rainbow loom because you have to switch the rows. But you can go all around with just one loom, so that's nice. And up next, another shell chainmail bracelet, but this time I double banded most of the chainmails except for this part, little finishing part. And then you just use your hook for this so you can make it go all around. So that's nice. Up next we have another necklace. It's a choker, so it's less big. And these aren't Rainbow Loom brand rubber bands, but it still turned out pretty well. They could match the pendant better. And my friend Lauren gave me this pendant. I think it's from Hobby Lobby. And it's really pretty and cool and nice. And then I also got these bands from Hobby Lobby. They weren't Rainbow Loom brand, except the black ones were Rainbow Loom brand, but the colored ones aren't. But they really aren't the best quality, and I don't really recommend getting them. But Rainbow Loom has the blue bands, the blue turquoise bands that look like this, and then they have their dark green bands that look like that. So you can get Rainbow Loom ones better from their website. This is the blue version of the honey bracelet. And then I got a bracken bracelet. It's on my channel, it's my design. It's based off of Justin's Toys triple link chain, and I finished with this one with one of my stitch markers things from knitting. So there's that. Another Clarissa bracelet, this one just in simple black and white. Got another super striped fishtail. Can remember it for a moment. And yellow and green jelly, and then clear, and then black stripes. And this one I did better, and I made it on a fork, and I have a tutorial for that. But it's Justin's Toys design. Up next we have my Elegant X bracelet, which people seem to like a lot. And there's a tutorial for that on my channel. And next we have sort of the improved version to Jordan Teen 1, so many J's. Jordan Teen 1's double cross fishtail. This one's basically like a triple cross fishtail but twisted. So if you've made this one, then you can definitely make this one and vice versa. So this one has 3 rows of color. And this one I used metallic bands for. These are the Loom Bands brand that you can get at like Joann's and Hobby Lobby. So there's that. And up next, this is sort of like the Lattice bracelet that Feel and Spiffy made, except I basically skipped one step. So mine look a lot different than hers. Like, maybe not a lot different, but I made mine differently than hers. Like, there's this part where she releases, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. So yeah, maybe you'll be able to tell what step I skipped, that I could still make it work, but I'll just stretch it out. Maybe it'll help you figure it out. I don't know. I think her version looks better though, so definitely do it her way. Next, I got another Graceful Lace bracelet. This one in pink, white, and green, and then black. And this one is the Snake Belly bracelet, I think, by Officially Loomed. Came up with mine actually a while ago, but then he did a tutorial on it, so I couldn't. But you never know, he might have come up with it before I did, and then just posted a tutorial later. So it's basically like a fishtail hexafish, but instead of a fishtail you do inverted fishtail stitches the whole time, and that's what makes it look like this. So there's that. And it only takes one loom or a monster tail. Up next is the triple fishtail by Tutorials by A, and I made mine in white and orange because I always have a ton of orange and this uses a lot of bands, so I figured I might as well use orange. And plus I had these mac and cheese charms to go with it. So there's that. Up next is my tile bracelet. I like this one, like the colors that I used. This was the one that I made in the tutorial. So there's that. Up next, my dragon's eye ring. This is like my favorite dragon's eye ring I made. The other blue one and green one that I made didn't look as good because the color wasn't as light. So there's that. Up next, we got a lava lamp bracelet. This was the one in one of the thumbnail pictures. And still I'm wearing my other one there. And this one I used clear bands with, so it definitely looks different than the other ones. Looks a bit better, so if you have clear bands, use it when making it. Now I have another reversible Starburst dragon scale. Next I have the flower explosion ring. Now this is basically like the Shastas on the Starburst it was presented by PG's Lumacy, but apparently some other person invented it and he just did a video for her. It says that in the description anyways. So I made one of these and I put an S-clip, and the person who originally made the tutorial for a ring was the parenting, no wait, not the parenting channel. Why can't I remember it? My brain is not working today. I don't know, but they have a sunflower as their profile picture, I can tell you that. It's Crafts for Kids, I think, with a 4 instead of a FOR 4. It's something like that. Something along the lines of that. I will give them credit in the description. I'm very sorry I can't remember it right now. But there's that. Another reversible dragon scale Starburst. And forgot to give original credit is to Cheryl Mayberry for creating the dragon scale, so without her I would not be able to make this bracelet. And I just used black for the border and the dragon scale for this, so it looks all dark and lacy. And then on the other side there's a splash color. And this bracelet is basically what used up most of my orange and yellow tie-dye bands. So there's that. A rainbow colored cookie crunch is what I have next. And then one of my snowflake rings. I have a tutorial for that on my channel. Got a simple fishtail next. The simple designs are just some of the best because you have to revisit them because it gives your brain a break. Like when you're trying to design all sorts of new designs, sometimes you're like, can I take a break yet? And then once you find like a cool design someone else invented, it's just nice to take a break a lot of the times. So on vacations I usually take a break with coming up bracelets. Most of the time though, when I think them up, it's like one after the other just keeps coming and coming and coming. So I have lots of bracelets stockpiled to make tutorials for. Don't you guys worry that I'll ever run out of bracelets. I got at least like a year's worth of bracelets. Anyways, I got the rainbow graceful lace bracelet. Next I have the totem pole bracelet, one of my favorite bracelets from Rainbow Loom. It's really cool and pretty easy, and I just love the way it looks. I mean, it's really cool. Up next, another bracelet by Rainbow Loom, the Carnation bracelet. Well, Rainbow Loom technically didn't invent it. They did it for Allie's bracelets. She invented it originally, it says in the description. No one really ever looks in the descriptions, I might as well give credit. But I did this with sparkly purple bands I got from Michaels, and then the purple bands I got from DIY. Up next, my very first Starburst. Now this has a ton of nostalgia attached to it. I remember I was in the car and I was trying to do this, and I kept failing miserably. I was just like, ugh, I just wanted to break that loom. I wanted to throw it at the wall and just stomp on it, and I just wanted to kill those rubber bands, but I didn't. I persisted, and if I didn't, then that would have been bad, and I wouldn't be here right now. But I finished it very, very badly. I'll just remark on that. See, it was like a cap band, but instead I like pulled on it, and then I like looped on an extension from the cap band, which is not what you usually do. I just finished this very sketchily. It still looks decent. I mean, the starburst pattern turned out okay. I actually didn't mess up by the time that I got it, except with the extension. And up next, got another quilt bracelet that I invented, like the one I showed earlier. Got another bracken bracelet. Now we have a doubled version of the stained glass spiderweb bracelet. And basically what I did was I made one stained glass spiderweb, and then I put cap bands on the one side of the corners of the diamonds. And then when I went to make the other one, I laid down all my bands, and then I placed the cap band on the corners of the other one that I was making. So when I looped it, it would have them connected. And then I just made an extension. Up next, we got the first reversible dragon scale starburst bracelet I made. So I like the colors, but it's finished rather weird here because I didn't know how many dragon scales to do. So there's that. Next, another tile bracelet. And up next we got, I think it's called the Loopy Triple Single, and it's by Artie Crafty. They basically just took the triple single and put some loops on it, and they had this picture as one of their pictures as an example of a bracelet, and I was like, that's really cool, I want to copy that. So I did it in these colors, and this is one of the rare occasions where I actually copy a bracelet color for color, because I actually just love the colors and how it looks all icy. And then I finished it with an S-clip there. Up next we have the Royal Gem bracelet with gold bands. And I invented this, and it's on my channel. Up next, got a lizard. This is the lizard for the thumbnail picture. And the bracelet I used for this is the double rearward rhombus, but when you make it, you can use whatever pattern you want for the lizard part. And I have a tutorial for how to make a lizard on my channel. And then, if you want and you haven't figured this out yet, you can like take the end of your tail, which you can use a C-clip for, and then you can clip the cap band on the head and you can wear it as a bracelet, so that's cool. Up next we got just a classic inverted fishtail. This is the first one I made. I really like how simple this design is, so I kind of make a good amount of them. Up next is the Justin's Toys always has such long names for stuff, so I can never remember it. But anyways, this was on the Justin's Toys channel. I don't remember what it's called, Poop. But poop is the closest thing I'll get to cussing from me. But anyways, sorry if I said poop and your parents don't want me to say poop. I apologize. I guess I should stop saying it right now. But anyways, I like it how it's like a zipper down the middle, or a braid. So that's really cool. And I use the colors so that there's like two colors here, and it's white down the middle. But I really like this bracelet. It wasn't originally designed by Justin's Toys. It says in the description he made the video for someone else. So I was thinking I might as well just give credit to the original creator. And I used an S-clip. And this is made on the side of the loom or the monster tail. So you can make it go all around your wrist with just one loom or one monster tail. Up next, one of my favorite bracelets of all time, the citrus bracelet. Now I used my Cinderella logo bands and the light pink skin tone bands to make this. And then I extended it on one loom so it looks sort of odd right here because I didn't extend it all that well as opposed to this. But anyways, I love this pattern, how simple but creative it is. It was originally designed by the people from Sunshine Loom, which is sort of different kind of rainbow loom. It's circular and it's very interesting, but I'm not gonna diss the Sunshine Loom people here. I'm not trying to, but I just like the rainbow loom because you can get more of them, you can connect them together, and they suggest getting like a Lazy Susan to use their Sunshine Loom, So with the Rainbow Loom, you don't really need a Lazy Susan, so I think I'm just gonna stick with the Rainbow Loom. Up next, Bubblegum Cotton Candy Strawberry Power Bracelet. One in the solid dot colors that I used in the tutorial, I think. Got another one here, the original. And there's another hair. Anyways, if you want, you guys can count how many hairs and post in the description how many hairs I found in this video. It'll tell me how many people actually watched this for. But anyways, got another one, kind of Bubblegum Cotton Candy Strawberry Power Bracelet. Got another honey bracelet. I made them in a lot of colors. Here is another hair for your record count. Here is the, gosh, I just remembered it. Oh, the swivel bracelet. It was on Tutorials by A's channel, but it was invented by someone else on Instagram. And then I used some tie-dye bands here that aren't Rainbow Loom. My friend gave me a few of hers, so I just decided to use them. And she said that the person who gave them to her, my friend Ella, said that she got them from so many J's today. Why? She got it from Joann's, but I haven't seen any there. And they're the Fun Loom brand, and they work pretty well. They just aren't very stretchy, but they work for this bracelet. Then I got white, regular green, and then tan from the skin tones. And this is made on the side of the loom. Can't be made on the monster tail, sorry. But, so you can make it go all around your wrist with just one loom. And then you used an S-clip there. Up next we got not the Weavezilla. So many Zillas today too. Well, only two, but still a lot. This is the Quadzilla bracelet. It was Rainbow Loom's naming contest. I tried to win with Feathered Phoenix, but I didn't win. Oh well. But anyways, I did mine in the skin tone, light pink, regular pink, and then the metallic pink. Metallic pink I got from Michael's. I'm not sure if they sell it that often anymore. And then I used black. So it's made on the monster tail, or I guess you can make it on the Rainbow Loom, but you'd have to figure it out yourself. Probably not too hard, but still. And so you can make it go all around your wrist. So there's that. And then I made a bracelet basically with just bumblebees. Rainbow Loom made a tutorial for a bracelet with some flowers and then a bumblebee on it. And I just wanted some bumblebees, so I just made some bumblebees. No flowers. Up next we got the I don't know what this is called. It's probably some simple name or some really complicated one that I really should remember. But it's by Olivia's Looms and Crafts. I really like this bracelet because I like how it like curves itself and stuff. And I think it's really cool. I used some gradient bands, so it's like gradient between each color, which I thought was cool. Figured I might as well use up some of these bands, which aren't Rainbow Loom. They were okay, not as good though. C-clip, extension. But yeah, the bands that I use right here that weren't Rainbow Loom brand were the Loom Bands brand from Hobby Lobby. Some of their bands are good, but others are bad. Well, not bad, but not as good. Like, I really like their metallic bands. I like their speckled bands, like the ones with the white spots on them. And those are both really good. And their sparkly bands look pretty good too. They're literally just like the ones that you can find at Michael's sometimes, but not as often. So there's that. If I think of any others, I'll tell you. Up next, we got this weird variation of the leopard spot bracelet I made one day. And I used only one loom, but I did this weird like extendy thingy-majiggy, so that it's like each one's its own separate thing. And I did it with two looms, so that goes all around my wrist. This is mainly just to use up a lot of my orange bands, like I said. I don't use orange or red very much. So there's that. I think it's pretty fun, but if you want a tutorial, I might be able to do it. I'll try and remember how to make it. Up next, we got a cute little double braid ring with a bow. And the double braid ring isn't shown how to be made, but the double braid itself is shown on Allie's Bracelets channel. It's her own design. So there's that. It naturally isn't very long, so I just made it a ring. Up next we got running out on me. I actually ran out of space on the last one, so I'm gonna have to kind of hurry. So this is the Heart of Dragonstale by Tutorials by A. The other side looks cool. Well, she technically didn't invent it, someone else did. She just did the tutorial for them. But I did mine in these colors. And up next, another thing by Tutorials by A. This time it was by her. Her design. Well, no it wasn't. Someone else did it and then she did the tutorial for it. By gosh, why do I forget these things? Anyways, this is a super duper cute owl. I really love the design. I just think it's adorable. Video's got over 1 million views, so it's pretty good proof. And then I made a dragon scale necklace. And I used the DIY purple bands yet again. And the rainbow looms, silicone, gold, and yeah. Next, I have a few belts here for you guys. Here's my shell chainmail belt. I still need to get a belt clasp for this, but I think it's cool. I used a bunch of different random pinks that I had, and I just love the lacy, girly look of it. I just think it's really pretty. Up next, another necklace. We're getting to all the necklaces now. This is the turtle shell pendant by Feelin' Spiffy. She has a tutorial for it on 1 loom or 2. But on 1 loom, I think it's pretty difficult. I mean, I saw my cousin try to attempt it, and it just looked really hard on 1 loom. So if you have 2 looms, then that's great. Do it on 2 looms. So this is basically like a kaleidoscope, but puffy in a charm form, which is cool. It goes with her turtle figures that she made, so it's cool. And then I made dragon seal necklace to go with it. Next, we have I think it's just called the Heart Bracelet. It's by Quack with I think 2 or 3 A's in its name. And they invented this, but there was a tutorial made by Mommy. So I'll probably link both tutorials in the description. But I think it's cool because it actually looks like little hearts. And I did mine in gold because it's a heart of gold. Up next we have another turtle bracelet. This time it's green. Next we have the mohawk bracelet. It's really interesting because it like puffs up in a mohawk form. And then if you flip it, you get this cool like crisscrossing zigzag pattern. And I don't really know who invented this, but I will link the tutorial in the description and probably tell you. So yeah, there's that. And then we have a Stardust square that I invented. It's on my channel. I used the silver and gold silicone bands from Rainbow Loom. Up next we have the scissors bracelet. Probably haven't heard of it. It's by Jamie something. I don't know. They're Jamie and then a last name in their username. I think it's cool. It's also reversible. It's like a ladder bracelet on the other side, sort of. Involves kind of a lot of rubber bands because there are so many layers. But yeah, I think it's cool. This person, I think this is their one main tutorial they did. But it's really a good tutorial, so check it out. Up next we have a fishtail bracelet with a lizard charm made by my friend Ella. And I think it's nice. She gave it to me as a birthday present. So that's nice. Next we have I think it's called the caterpillar bracelet. And I did mine in my tie-dye bands from Rainbow Loom. Michael's, I got them at Michael's. I'm not sure where you find them anymore today. I don't see them at Michael's that often. and then some white. So I use this for my profile picture for a while. So if you've been with me for a while, you might have seen this before. So there's that. I got another belt for you. I only have 2 belts. And I used Made by Mommy's method of creating a starburst with just your hook, so I can make it this long. And I made my own little metal clasp here. Even clasps and unclasps. Not effectively, but it does. And then I used the metallic rainbow limb bands and the silicone bands for that. Up next, we have the baby bow bracelet. So my channel is based off of Rena the Cheese Thief's bigger bow bracelet, which I showed earlier. I really like this one. It seems a bit dirty, tiny bit dirty on the white bands, but I don't care. I really like this bracelet, so I've had this one for a while. It goes with the shirt that I have, that's why it's those colors. Next, we have the Zigzag Doodle Charm by M&E Tutor's channel, I think that's what it's called. And it's their own design. It's a cute little zigzag doodle flower charm. And I think it's cute. It's made on 2 looms though, no 1 loom version, sorry. But I just think it's really fun and cute. Up next, we have the Mickey Mouse bracelet by Cheryl Mayberry. And this is done on the side of the loom. You could probably figure it out on the monster tail too. So it's pretty. I'm gonna have to hurry to finish. So this is the Starfish bracelet by Rainbow Loom, stained glass spiderweb, and Pretty Little Fish. The flower, whatever I called it. Heart ring. First bracelet, single. Second bracelet, dragon scale. Inverted fishtail, I don't know what to call this, but I invented it. This thing, I don't know what it is. Beaded flower ring. And then the feather by the Rainbow Loom. So thank you guys all for watching. Sorry I concluded very fast.